Hello everyone, welcome to your Monday evening. I managed to switch off the music this week. Last week I had the music going for quite some time before I realised I might just move my computer this way. So yes, we are here. I've got my sound on this week, so hooray, hooray, hooray for me. I hope you're all well. If you are after something in particular, please let me know. Wow, there's quite a few comments. Love that. Sandra Ann, drawn to you, Sandra Ann. So I've just popped you on my list. Sandra is after a general reading. So that's perfect. Thank you, Sandra. Who else is on here? Hello, Angela. Elsie, I will draw a card for you, darling. Going to do a card for Elsie. Now, if you are just jumping on and you haven't seen me before, I do angel cards. I also do mediumship, but I like it if you can be specific in terms of the mediumship that you're after, because we only have a limited amount of time. I like to be very specific. So if you want to bring through mum, dad, grandma, grandpa, that sort of thing, just let me know and I will do that. But the more specific you can be, the better for me in this amount of time that we have. So just to make the most of that. Carla, Insight, Carla Roebuck. Carla, you have drawn my attention, so let me know if there's something in particular that you want me to look at. Otherwise, I've just popped general down on my little web page notepad here. Just going to lean over here and just switch on my speaker so we can get some music going in the background. So thank you everyone for joining me. It is a little earlier in Queensland if you're listening in Queensland. In the other states it is the same time, so we're operating on daylight saving time on Spiritual Events Directory. I just want to show you this. How gorgeous is this? People who follow my page, Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker, would have seen this already. It's just the most divine crystal. It's Caribbean blue calcite. Very calming, relatively new. It was discovered in Pakistan in 2019, and I picked that up at the Caloundra Markets on the sunny coast where I'm based on the weekend. Gorgeous, hey? Loved it. So I posted that up, and I will keep that close to me tonight because it's got a beautiful calming energy. Dave, I've just seen you pop up. I'm going to draw a card for Dave. He's feeling a bit run down and stressed. So Dave, I've got you on my list, rundown. So I am a healer. So if there's any kind of healing inquiries tonight that you might have, please throw them my way. And I will do my best to have a look at those for you, seeing if I can check into your energy. Julianne, you're on my list for mediumship, lovely. So I've just seen you. Julianne, you're asking about connecting to your son. Mediumship. So Julianne, you're on my list. And the other mediumship people I will group together. Kathy Macman, you are on my list here also. Kathy Macman. So just a general, great. Kathy, you're on my list. And Julianne, as I said, I'll group you with the other Adelaide, Joy, what a great name. That's my cat's name, Joy. Joy is my cat's name. So the more I say that, Joy's probably going to come running. So I better not say that name anymore. Joy is in Adelaide. I'll speak a little quieter, and we will do a card for you as well. So if you are after mediumship, that's completely okay. Just let me know who you would like to connect with and I'll do my best to bring them through. Oh, that's lovely, Justine. Thank you. Justine likes the music. Justine with a D, I have got you on my list as well. I love that. Thank you for liking my music, and I will draw a card for you also. Yay. Carla is after hearing from Dad. Now, Carla, I'm going to group you into the mediumship section with Julie Ann in that case. So I'm just going to pop you down. So I do all the mediumship together for those of you who are after mediumship. So I will bring through all of the mediumship connections at the same time. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to bring them through. And then I do the general readings outside of that. So Carla, you're on my list for Dad, so I'll connect to Dad. Helen Smith after a connection with Mum. So let's do that for Helen. Mum, Helen, you're on my list as well. So same story. I'll just group all of you guys together. So I don't feel like I'm skipping anyone. You're all on my list. Robert White, Insight into Love. Beautiful. Robert, you're on my list. So don't feel like I'm missing out anybody. It's just that I will go through and yeah, put you all together. Just makes it a little bit easier for me. Robert, you're on my list. So what I might do is just scroll all the way down to the bottom. Now, I have got a few mediumship people. I've got 3 so far. I've got a few other people just doing general readings. So, and look guys, I do have these tonight. So if there's any kids watching or you've got kids kind of close by, let them know. And if you let me know, I can draw some cards for your children. So these are gorgeous little cards. There's some of the pictures on the back. They're by Dr. Maxine Therese. And she's incredibly talented. And I've been using these for children in my readings, in my sessions. And they're just amazing. So if you have kids watching, then please let them know. And I'd love to, oh, hi Lorraine, hello darling, watching on my page. Now there are some people watching on Michelle R. Price Lightwork also. And so occasionally I'll turn my head and look in that direction as well. So I'm just going to jump in and start. And then I will have a look back. Now I do shut my eyes because I'm primarily clairvoyant. So if I'm closing my eyes and you're posting, it may be better to wait till I open my eyes and then repost. So maybe copy your comment if I haven't seen it and reshare because I will come back to you. So Spirit just guides me where I need to go first and foremost. So I'll come back and forth. So it's not that I won't read for you if I've been past you. Just keep posting, yeah? At the end of this, I will also do sometimes a free, hello Shell, hello gorgeous girl. I will also do a free 30-minute connection. Yes, Jane. Jane just noticed my kids' cards. Jane was over at my house this morning for mentorship. I do mentorship too. So if you're looking to develop your abilities or trying to figure out what they are, get in touch about mentorship. We do mentorship in groups, also one-on-one. And Jane is part of my mentorship group who was just commenting there on my page. So Michelle R. Price Lightworker, the link to my page is in the link for this video. So if you just scroll up to the top of the video, you should be able to see the link there. And there's a book now function if you want to book one-on-one readings, healings, any of the above. And let's get into it. Sandra Ann is after a general. So I'm just using the David Malone angel cards for Sandra Ann. Sandra, I'm just going to come into your energy. So just bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to connect to Sandra Ann. Sandra, as soon as I connect to you, I get a bit of pressure on my head. Just dropped a couple of cards. I am looking for them to land face up too. So if you see cards flying out and I don't grab them, I like them to land face up with the picture facing up. Sandra Ann, just feeling around my headspace with you, my darling. So a little bit of pressure. So a bit going on up around here at the moment, a bit of thinking. Also, when I come into your energy, I'm feeling into your solar plexus and it feels a bit uncomfortable to me. So just keep an eye on that. Sometimes it's around the edges of those ribs and it means we're holding on to old emotions that we can get rid of. But particularly solar plexus, you I'm quite drawn to. That's your power center control. We also hold fear-based emotions there. It's very common to get clogged up. So that's the area that I'm drawn to with you. So let me just draw some general cards and I'll just run through those with you. And then we'll move on to the next person. So once I have my eyes open, I will check messages and comments. So if you keep posting, I will definitely do my best to come to as many people as possible. We have an hour together, which is awesome. So this is for Sandra Ann. Wow, Sandra. Wow, wow, wow. Good. Abundance, number 1. So, bit of that coming, that's past leading into now. It's up the correct way, so that's not an indication of any concern with regard to abundance. That just means basically that it is flowing. There's an awareness of abundance being around me. So no indication of any issue around that. Angel of Truth in the present. Now, Angel of Truth is about using your powers of discernment to determine if everyone around you is being truthful. So we need to use that power of discernment to make sure we don't get scammed, for the wool to be pulled out from underneath us, or the rug rather, be pulled out from underneath us. And also speaking your truth and being honorable and things like that also. So it could be something like that going on in the present. Moving forward is Angel of the Animal Realm. Now, I do animal connections, probably not in the amount of time that we have. I won't connect, but that's an indication of someone in spirit, a little animal in spirit for you. wanting to communicate and come through. So if you want to do a one-on-one, more than happy. I do animal communications as well. Now let me just see what the overall message is here. So abundance, truth, and animal realm. I'm just going to get a general message for Sandra, and then I'm moving on to Elsie and doing a card there for Elsie as well. Hi, Scott. Hello, Michaela. Oh, Michaela, mediumship with my aunt. Michaela, I'm just putting you down for mediumship. So Michaela is hoping to connect to her aunt on my page. Michelle R. Price, the light worker aunt, and that is mediumship. Michaela, I will do that for you. You're on my list. And just after some general, whatever comes through. Oh, Kay, yay, Kay's on here. Kay and I went to school together, which is fun. Kay Campbell Small, you're on my list. And Kay is watching with her son, which is why she's going on my list. 9-year-old, yay. So going to put Kay on the list, and we're going to use the kid cards for that. Kay, thank you for giving me an opportunity to use my children's cards. They're so much fun. You can use them for kids, but also for adults to do inner child. So they're pretty useful, very versatile. I wonder if I can move the camera. Is that better? Yeah, I feel like I'm overlapping onto my light worker picture here. Elsa, Sandra, let me just jump in here and see what the overall message is for Sandra, then I'll come back to comments. Sandra, let me just look. Sandra, what I want to say to you, this is around the truth card, is I feel like I want to take a step back. It doesn't feel like anything completely sinister, but just take a step back and get a wider perspective. What this is feeling like is probably around work though. Get a different perspective, and this is with the truth card. So hopefully that makes sense for you. The abundance is flowing though, lovely, and the animal of the angel realm. So definitely got a little animal in spirit around for you at the moment. So that is great. And I do animal communications. Speaking of animal communications, I've got my fairy cards for Elsie. Now Elsie wants a card, so just going to draw a card for Elsie. Then I'm going to come to Dave and Kathy. Then we'll do some mediumship. So for those of you who are just logging in, thank you so much for logging in and watching. Kitty, you're on my list. Just spotted you. You look like you really need a reading, love. Kitty is on my list. Great name. My previous cat's name was Kitty, and we loved her dearly. Depression at the moment. Let's have a look at what's going on there with Kitty. Kitty, you're on my list, so don't go anywhere. If I read your name out, please stick around because I like to get feedback. Got a bit of grass on my table. I actually sunned my cards, put them out in the sunshine today, which was gorgeous. But I've got grass all over them, so just scooping grass off the table, don't mind me. Elsie, just coming into you, my love. So just going to draw a couple of cards for Elsie. Then I'm coming to Dave and Kathy. Then we'll do some mediumship. So keep posting on those comments. I'm not ignoring anyone. And if spirit draws me to you, just dropping the deck on the floor, then I'll definitely come back and have a look at what's going on there. So thank you everyone for watching. Elsie, just going to draw a card for you. Elsie, your tummy is feeling better. We've been having a conversation about Elsie's tummy, and she's gone on to a different kind of milk. So that does feel better to me than what it has in the past. So that's great. Great news around your tummy. Perfect timing. So just keep doing what you're doing. That's, whoops, perfect timing. Perfect timing to move forward. And we both know what that's in relation to. So just keep doing what you're doing, lovely. Perfect timing. Keep doing it. You're on the right track, okay? So just coming to Dave rather. Dave, where do I want to go for Dave? Maybe over here to general, these ones. Dave is feeling a little bit run down, so we're just going to see, actually crystals would be better, I think, for Dave. Let's do crystals. Hello to everyone who's logging on. Welcome to your Monday. It's a little bit earlier than normal, so I'm sure the Queensland people are like, what? I'm in the middle of dinner. What's going on here? Anyway, here we are. We're on daylight saving time. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, oh, hi, Tina. Tina's just grabbed my attention. If you want to book on one-on-one, the link is in the post attached to this video. So would love to see you one-on-one. I do beautiful readings, mediumship, angel cards, all of the above, and also pranic energy and Reiki healings. So if any of that tickles your fancy, I do a beautiful reading healing combo. So we start with a lovely reading, we finish with a beautiful healing. So, and if you're on the sunny coast, you can come and see me face to face. Crossroads is my path, which way to go? Crossroads. Tina, you're on my list, darling. Crossroads. I'm just making a note of that. Yes, so reading, healing combo, all of the above. There's a book now function on my page if you'd like to book a one-on-one after tonight. I do stay online and answer your questions as well if you have any questions. Dave, feeling a bit run down. I've got my crystal cards, Dave. These are really good for, really good for health. So let me just draw some cards out for Dave. I'm just going to connect your energy, Dave, too, and just see if I can feel anything I need to mention. Dave, busy around your head. Same story as I think last time I connected to you. Now, mate, I do also feel a bit heavy in my chest, a little bit congested. And what that is, it just feels like stress to me. It actually feels like stress. So a bit of pressure, chest. Sometimes I feel that on shoulders as well, but with you, I feel around heart space. Feeling a little bit, not so much anxious, but I do feel a bit pressure here. So I feel like you do that to yourself. Sometimes that's, high expectations, things like that. It's like I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform, do everything super well. So it does feel like something that you're putting on yourself. So that's something to be aware of because it does feel, ooh, that's a strong one. It does feel quite strong for me. Okay, so a couple of things. Yeah, well, there you go. So self-love is number one. And that is the purple, but it connects into kind of heart space, that one. It's meant to be sort of a pinky color. So self-love, that's a kunzite. This one's upside down, expanded awareness. So it feels like you're going through that at the moment, which is good. So it means that you're awakening, going through a bit of awakening that is very challenging. So this can be challenging our ego, our sense of self, all of those sorts of things. That's in the present. So it's the purple that's connecting up to higher self, up to crown space. So that one's upside down. We're doing a bit of work in that area. Bottom of the deck, that had a very strong feeling to it, relationship healing. So that's moving forward. That's doing some healing on relationships with others. It can be, lovers. It can also be family. That's morganite, which is actually my stone in my wedding band. So same thing, but I've got a peach one and that's a pink, which I love. So a bit of relationship healing. Let me see what the overall message is for Dave. And then I'm coming into Kathy. Then we're going to do some mediumship. So let's just have a look at this. Dave, what I want you to watch is definitely those stress levels, the adrenals. If you overdo that, we go into overdrive and then we go into kind of exhaustion. And then it makes it really hard to make a decision. So I feel like we just want to make sure we're not going into, overdrive, stressing ourselves out to that point. One of the things that might be useful for you, Dave, if you can get an oil, is basil. Basil's very good for overwhelm. Yeah, so it feels like overwhelm to me. So basil is an amazing scent. If you can get that in an oil form or grow basil, smell the leaf. That would be amazing. That's really great for overwhelm. That's where it feels like you're at. Yeah. So just watch that. But in the moment, it is expanded awareness, which is actually super positive because it means you're expanding that awareness, but it can be a little scary and overwhelming. Yeah, from time to time as well. Kathy McMahon was after general. So Kathy, I'm just going to come to Goddess guidance for general for Kathy. And I'm going to have a look down here. Who have we got? Kitty, great. Yes, Kitty, you're on my list. So I am going to come to you. Let's see who else. Health, Wendy Harmer. Going to come to you for health, Wendy. So you're on my list, and that is around health. So Wendy, I'll just come into your energy field and just let you know exactly what I'm feeling. And so I'll do that for Wendy. Rebecca Dale, mediumship, yes. I have another space left for mediumship for Rebecca Dale. Pop. Oh, you got a little boy too, yay. So Pop, mediumship. Now, I will make a note of the kids cards here as well. So kids cards for 9-year-old. Another 9-year-old, that's fun. 9-year-old. So we'll use kids cards too for you. You get a bit of a double bonus, Rebecca. Double bonus. Look at you. Very, very lucky. So I'll have a chat to your Pop and also draw some kids cards. And then we're doing mediumship. So Kathy McMahon, I'm just coming to you for general. Thank you everyone for watching. Hi, Melinda. Hello, Melinda Thompson. Hello, Carrie, watching on my page. Ooh, we've applied for a job. Yes. Carrie Burgess, let's check out this job, hey? Let's check that out. Carrie Burgess, job. Great. And now if you do want to book one-on-ones, I do beautiful reading healing combos. A reading with me is $70 for an hour. I do a reading healing combo as well, which goes for an hour and a half. Oh, Jody. Jody, what I'd recommend, there's a link, I'll just copy it in here for you, lovely. There's a link here straight to my page. Now, if you would like to get in touch with me there, just private message me. This is for Jody. Just private message me. And yes, you can pop in there and I can get your details, Jody Denning-Thompson. Sounds like you're in a bit of a predicament. So I'm just going to write your name down here, Jody. But just private message me on my business page, Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker, and I've put the link in just below your comment, Jody. And I will definitely help you out there. And I'm on the Sunshine Coast, so I can see you face to face. That is no problem at all. Okay, just going to bring my image back up. All right, so Kathy Macman, General, just coming to Kathy Macman at the moment. Belinda, more than happy to do mediumship. Just let me know who you want to connect with because we only have an hour, so it just makes it easier if you can let me know who you want to connect with. Hello, Susan, a newbie. Susan, I've got quite a list here, but I'll put you on my list and hopefully I'll be able to get to you. We have an hour. So fingers crossed, and you're new, which is cool, and you're after relationship. Love that. All right, so you're on my list, Susan, so hang around. If I mention your name, please stick around because I like to get feedback. It's always important to know that we're on the right track. All right, so Kathy, and then I'm coming back to Carla Roebuck, who wanted to connect to her father, and we'll do all the mediumship readings at the same time. So Kathy Macman just after General, so just going to draw some cards for Kathy. Coming right down the bottom, Kathy, right down the bottom. That one. Kathy, what I feel, and hopefully this isn't me, hopefully this is you, what I feel is I'm probably not getting as much nutrients as I need to. This is a good confirmation of that, these cards. Just watch what you're putting in your mouth and as much nutrients as possible. So your green leafy vegetables, plant-based diet, high vibrational is what I would like for you. And this one is a bit of vitamin D as well. So going outside, that's also being present. So wanting to go outside a little bit more, standing on the grass. If you're doing more of that, congratulations, that's confirmation of that. But basically we want to go outdoors, stand on the grass and earth ourselves. It's very centering. And when you smell flowers, that brings you straight back to the present as well. So going outside, past into now, purifications in the present. That's what I feel like I'm picking up on with you. So just watching maybe your diet at the moment, trying to eat more plant-based is good, high vibrational in the present. It just feels, my energy feels a little bit off at the moment in your shoes. Easy does it is moving forward. So that's having patience with what's coming, allowing it to come, not trying to control. So that's moving forward. So easy does it. A little bit of patience, whatever you're trying to bring in, it's all good. It's coming. We just have to be patient with that. Let me just see what the overall message is here for you. And this is Kathy, and then I'm coming to some mediumship. Kathy, what this is about is your awareness. So similar to what I was just saying for Dave, your awareness is increasing. Sometimes there can be a frustration with that as well because it's like, oh my God, I want this now, can't we hurry up, all that sort of stuff. But I feel like it's you think about how long it takes, to kind of, get to a state of non-awareness and then how long it must take to get back into awareness. And it can be painful, as I was saying before. So I feel like we're coming into a new state of awareness and we have to have patience with ourselves in particular. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Go outside, a bit more vitamin D and also a rethink of the diet and hopefully getting a few more plants in our diet, high vibrational. Okay, going to do a little bit of mediumship now. So where am I at? Is my niece okay? Kerry Addison, mediumship from husband Michael. Okay, so going to go through Camilla. Hello, Camilla. Sil. Oh, my love some direction. I'm lost. Sil. Oh, Lord. So you're on my list. So you're looking for direction. For those of you I haven't read out your names, that sort of thing, or I've skipped you, just keep posting and I will hopefully get drawn to you. Even if I say your name and I don't read for you immediately, it doesn't mean to say that I won't read for you. Carla Roebuck, coming to you now. So Carla's after a general for her dad. Oh, hi, Geetha. Oh, yay, Geetha. Let's draw a card for Geetha. Geetha's watching on my page, Michelle R. Price, the light worker. And there is a link to that page in this post. So if you want to book one-on-ones, readings, healings, any of the above, I do a reading healing combo, which is really good. I do paranormal work and entity clearing, mediumship, and mentorship, I should say. So if you want to book one-on-one or you have any questions, I'll stick around afterwards and answer any of those questions for you. So Carla, just going to come to your dear father now. I'm going to pop some lavender oil on. That will help me out a little bit. And I've got some children's cards here that I'm going to draw in a second too. So that's going to be fun. So drawing for a couple of 9-year-olds we've got watching tonight. If you do have kids, let me know. And I can definitely come to your children and draw a couple of cards for them. They're pretty self-explanatory, so that's good for me. It's pretty easy to do the kids ones, so more the merrier, I say. If you've got kids, let me know. Carla Roebuck, just coming to you and your father now, so just going to come over here for a sec to Dad. Okay. Carla, oh gosh, all my cards have flipped over. Carla, just connecting to Dad at the moment, and what he's showing me, and look, often I have women come in and they want a cup of tea or they want their knitting or whatever their favorite little thing was that they love to do. Dad's coming in and he's indicating, where's my newspaper? So that would show to me that when he was here, he was into keeping up to date with what was going on in the world and that sort of thing. So I feel like it's, where's my newspaper? Where's my newspaper? Is an indication of that, wanting to stay across current affairs. So let's see if he's got a message for you in particular. Carla, what I feel like I'm indicating here, goosebumps, confirmation. What I feel like I'm indicating here is a child, feels very small, feels like maybe a grandbaby or something like that. So a grandbaby just born or one coming. There's an indication of a little grandbaby. And I know one of the other ladies is asking about a child, so that's really good. But this is particularly for Carla and the family, and there's a little grandbaby I'm referencing. Feels like a little boy to me, Carla. So if you can confirm that, let me know in the comments. But that's what I feel like we're acknowledging, and that's great. Very heart space for that. But where is my newspaper? Yes, where is my newspaper? Just making sure there's nothing else. Dad's saying, it's a really nice way he's put it. Dad's saying everything is satisfactory. Everything is satisfactory. So that means everything is meeting my needs here. He's quite formal. Everything is satisfactory. And yeah, speaks very, very well. Very, very well. So Carla, thank you. That's your dear father. I'm drawing with my pen all over the table at the moment. Please forgive me. Okay, so Julie Ann wanted to connect to her son. Julie Ann, I'm just going to come to you now. So yes, please give me feedback. Oh, 3 little grandsons. Carla, is there one on the way? Is there one that's just been born or one on the way, love? Because I feel like I'm referencing one in particular. So either someone's going to announce they're pregnant or one was born just recently. Just let me know if that's the case, because it was one in particular we're referencing and it feels like a newbie. Julianne, just going to come to your son now. So Julianne, just to your son over here, okay. Julianne, wow, big goosebumps, big entrance here. Julianne, when I feel goosebumps like that, it's a strong energy. It's lovely. Coming into the room, there's a lot of heart space, but at the same time, it's not overly strong, the energy in that way, which is really interesting because the energy in the room was like, pooh, here I am. But I feel a little weak. That can indicate, you know, a low life force before someone passed. But yeah, beautiful energy all the same. So I'm just going to allow your son to let me know what he wants to say, if there's anything in particular he wants to talk about. Often they're very shy because of the lighting and things like that also. So there's a bit of a reference to, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? The temperature's dropped a little bit too, so it is a little cooler. And as I said, that's sometimes a sign that they had a lower life force. So maybe they were quite sick before they passed, or, you know, that sort of thing. So it's just a little cooler in the room, just an observation as well. There's a reference here to don't forget to turn the lights off, and I hope that you understand that, because for me it's a clean slate. But there's a reference to don't forget to turn the lights off. So this is either a conversation, you know, that you have with your other kids or something like that, you know, guys, turn the lights off or something like that. Or it could be that, you know, you've left them on for an exceedingly long amount of time, but it's turn the lights off is what I want to say. So it'll usually talk about either a conversation you have with your son or with the family at the moment, is what that reference would be around. There's also a reference here, Julianne, for you to not worry so much about me, and that, you know, I'm doing okay. So not to worry so much. There's an understanding here of your worry for your son who's passed, but there's a reference to not worry about him so much, and just know that he's around, know that he's still sticking around, he's still, you know, with you, is what I want to say. So there's no need to kind of worry so much. It's not good for us, you know, as humans, for our little bodies. So yeah, beautiful energy from your son. Yeah, really delightful. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. Julianne, okay, so that is your son. Thank you for asking me to connect to your son. Helen Smith. Now, I will say as well with children, because I don't know their ages and things like that, and it is very quick the way that I'm doing this. So when we're one-on-one, I obviously spend a lot more time, you know, connecting, looking at ages, all that sort of stuff. But also when they're babies, if they pass, or if it's like a stillbirth or miscarriage, they will appear to me as children still, so that they can communicate. Sometimes I'll be the age that they would have been if they had have lived, and if they had have survived as well. So just by way of explaining that. Helen Smith, just going to connect to mum for you. I'm doing a couple more mediumship inquiries, and then we're moving back onto cards again. Yes, I do, Mezzy. Yes, I do. Oh, yay. Look, it is tricky to get the animals that quickly, Mezzy, because we've just got an hour together. Mezzy, I'll put you down. Now, if you can let me know if it's a cat or a dog, and then I'll just bring them through. That will be easier for me. Or we can connect one-on-one, and I'm happy to do that and do it properly, but it just will speed us up a little bit. So I'm happy to do animals, yes, but just give me a heads up if it's a cat or a dog, and I'll just connect to them pretty quickly, and that would be great. Mezzy, yes, I do animals, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so just coming to Helen Smith, we're doing some mediumship for those of you who've just tuned in. Thank you for watching on this Monday evening. There is a link in this post if you'd like to book a one-on-one with me. I do readings and healings. I do reading healing combo, which is actually really, really popular. There's a link in this post. If you click on that and hit book now, you can see my availability. I'd love to connect with you one-on-one, and I also do mediumship and, mentorship. I keep saying mediumship, mentorship as well. And I stick around and answer any questions you might have. If I feel like you really need a reading, I will also give a free 30-minute reading out sometimes, so stick around to the end, and I award that at the end as well. Helen Smith, just coming into your dear mother. So Helen, I'm just going there for a sec. Okay, so Helen Smith and mother, just coming back over here. Helen, as I'm connecting to mum, I do have a little pressure in my head, and it's on the left, and sometimes I mirror, so that may be her right. So it's like a mirror for me, but pressure on the left side of my head. So I notice the physical things the second they sort of come through, and I'll just pass those on to you. So hopefully you can confirm that, you know what that's about. Okay. I am feeling a little bit confused as well. So I don't know if sometimes a reference to the head may be that, you know, a touch of dementia, you know, something like that, losing my memory. It does actually hurt a little bit up here. So maybe you can confirm that in the comments, because I don't want to go down the wrong path, but it does feel like a touch of confusion up here in my head. So a bit forgetful. Hopefully that's making sense for your yourself and your mum as you remember her. Okay. There's a reference here from Mum to a lovely boat trip as well. So it feels like this is something that I did and I really enjoyed. It's a boat trip. It would be one that was significant. It may have been, you know, nearer towards the end of her life, but a lovely boat trip is a reference that I'm getting as well. So just let me know maybe around the headspace if that makes sense for you. I just feel the pressure. Sometimes, you know, we can interpret it different ways. But it feels like a bit of a pressure up here, reference to my head. It is more so on this side of my head though, which would be your mum's right, which can also reference a stroke and things like that too. So Helen, hopefully that makes sense. And we were referencing that lovely boat trip there, which felt delightful to me. Michaela, just going to come to you, then Rebecca, then I'm going to do some general cards, and I've got some kids, a couple of kids that I'm going to read for. If you do have children watching, let me know. And I have my gorgeous little children's wellbeing cards here. That wasn't the best angle. So if you've got kids watching, let me know, because they're very quick and I can sort of whiz through those as well, and let you know what is around your little kids. You can find out how they're feeling at the moment. They're amazing little cards. Michaela, just going to come to your aunt over here. So let me just do that. Michaela, this is a different energy entirely. She's actually got really nice energy, everyone has tonight, but quite clean. It actually feels quite clean to me, which means that she was doing a little bit of work on herself. Her energy feels pretty good. Pretty good. There's nothing physically that's really kind of standing out to me with your aunt's energy. I'm a little cool around my feet though, and that can indicate not the best circulation. It can indicate I wasn't as mobile as I should have been or could have been. And my feet are a little bit cold at the moment as well. Okay. There's reference to grades here, grades. And so this will probably be, you know, either yourself if you're studying or one of your kids. There's a reference to grades. That feels like it's pretty important at the moment. Could be in terms of, I know different people are studying, you know, end of year exams and things like that maybe. But there's a reference to grades being important. Hopefully that makes sense to you and you know who in the family I'm coming to. But grades. Let me just draw a couple of cards for you. This is with your aunt. I'm also going to talk about pressure. So with the grades comes pressure. So I feel like if there's someone in particular going through, you know, if it's year 12 or something like that, you know, end of year exams and things, although I don't know if we're past that or not because I don't have children, but just check on that person because it feels like a bit of pressure, putting a bit of pressure on myself. And in particular with relation to grades. So grades is what I'm hearing. I'm just going to draw a couple of cards. These are to you from your aunt. Just trying to get the future one out of here. Where is future? Where is future? Anyway, give me lots of feedback because I love to read the comments later. Even if I don't have time now, I will go back afterwards and read your feedback and comments because I like to know that I am on track or not. Oh, it's on the bottom of the deck. There you go. So this is for Michaela, who I was connecting with her aunt. Past leading into now, Michaela, is hobbies. So that is about doing what you love and doing more of it, doing lots of it. Also, it can be around starting a side hustle as well. So that can be making a bit of money on the side, whether you're selling oils or anything else, but a bit of a side hustle, that can be that. So getting something that is a fun thing that you enjoy doing and making some cash out of it. Family changes can be around a loss, someone going, someone coming, moving out, moving into the home, family changes. And moving forward, it's a bit of that. So you're doing a little bit of that too. A bit of spiritual growth. A couple of people tonight have been doing that. So definitely growing spiritually, your awareness, your knowledge, life after death, all those sorts of things. So that is great. That's Michaela. Let me just see if there's anything else we need to mention with your aunt. Michaela, I also just want to say there's a reference here to you feeling a little bit low or something like that. It's a little bit low. And I feel like I just want to do that little care symbol. So the Facebook symbol where you got the little emoji and the little love heart and he's holding on. I feel like I just want to do that for you as well. Give you a little cuddle. So hopefully you can feel that. That's what that feels like to me. So hopefully that makes sense. Rebecca Dale, you want me to connect to Pop. And I've also got my beautiful children's wellbeing cards. That's the front cover if you didn't see it earlier. So if you have kids watching at home, let me know and I can draw some cards from them for your children. Hi, Catherine. Hello. Hi, Wendy. Oh, yay, Wendy. Yay. Oh, Wendy, that's so great. I did a reading with Wendy about her home and she's sold it and moved. Yes. Amen. Amen. That's so great. Belinda, I'll put you down, and Michelle. I can't guarantee I'll get to you, but I will do my best. Belinda Jarman, I'll just write one card, and Michelle, one card, and I'll do my best. I've got a few people on my list already. I'll do my best. Okay, Joy, hang on, where am I? Mezzy, Wilco, animals, wanted to connect to animals. Mezzy, let me just see, did you, I don't know whether Mezzy actually posted what the children were, what the animals were. Mezzy, can you repost? I probably missed you a million times. Oh, dog, good. All right, Mezzy, got ya. Mezzy, you're on now, lovely. So here we go. Just let me know, I'll just scratch your name out here. So we've got a little dog we're communicating with. Let me see. I haven't done animal communications in this sort of forum on Facey yet. Interesting. Wow. Okay, Helen. Yeah, that's really, oh, beautiful. Oh, wee, Helen, that's great. Thank you for that beautiful confirmation. Wow, that's really great. That means a lot to me. Really good confirmation. It's amazing what you can get through, goosebumps, in a short amount of time in this kind of forum. Your mum was amazing, really good communicator. So thank you for the opportunity. Mezzy, let's try and bring your pup through, my love. So I'll do my best. I haven't done it in this forum before, but we will do our best to bring them through. Sometimes, Mezzy, we have our loved ones, human passed over loved ones, bring our pups through as well. So we'll see if I can bring your pup through. Let me just do that for a sec. Mezzy, I am seeing a little dog, and what I'm looking at is the dog with a child, a small child. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but the children can be someone we've lost, through miscarriage, other kinds of ways, just from passing. But I feel like the dog is with a child who'd be probably about 2, looking to me, so quite little. And there's a dog with the child. So I hope that makes sense to you, but the child and the dog are together. So there's a little child over here also. Mezzy, I do feel with the dog in particular, I feel like there's something going on, wow, through respiratory, kind of heading into lungs. So I feel like quite heavy, congested through throat, chest, kind of into lungs, if that makes sense. So through respiratory, I would say, it feels like all through there. It's a little bit painful for me. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so just seeing what else there is. I do feel like I do feel less mobile, but it wasn't always like that. Feels different to me. I definitely feel like I slowed down, which makes sense, because I don't know how your pup passed either. Sometimes they just pass when they're quite young, could have been hit or something like that. But with this one, I'm feeling more the respiratory systems and things like that. So it does feel like a, slower sort of progression. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Just want to see if there's anything I want to talk about. My little dog's just joined us in the room. How good's that? Just as I've been bringing you a little dog in, my little dog's come in as well. She's a schnauzer. That's good timing, Sissy. Well done. Let me just see what else I can pick up about your pup. There's a reference to your dog's collar. This has come up in another reading before. It's not a negative. It's, look at my collar, look at my collar. I'm quite proud of it. So there's something about the collar that I want to point out. That has come up in another reading that I was doing for a dog. It's not the lead. I'm not doing walkies, but it's like the collar. Something about the collar is significant. It might be my little tag, what's on my tag, but hopefully that makes sense to you as well. Mezzy, and I do feel like all through respiratory, so hopefully that makes sense to you. It feels like a slow sort of progression of something, more than like a sudden. I'm not seeing like an impact. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, Mezzy. Thank you so much. Oh, hang on, let me do the kids. Was it kids? No, that was Rebecca. Rebecca wants the kids cards. I'm just going to draw a couple of cards out that I'm going to do Rebecca, and Rebecca wanted to connect to her pop. So let's just do a couple of cards here for your pup. So we have relationship dynamics first and foremost. So that's working through difficulties in relationships sometimes, reassessing, putting up boundaries, saying no to others. That can be all of those things. That is past leading into now. Just finding your future card at the moment. Motivation. So motivation is in the present. So that's an indication that that's pretty good at the moment. So motivation's fire, passion, usually coming in from root chakra as well, motivation. And leaving is usually a passing. So someone leaving the family, and we are drawing around your little pooch at the moment. So leaving can signify that, a passing. So hopefully that made sense for you, Messi. Now I'm going to come to Rebecca Dale. She wanted to connect with Pop. And also get a card for her child who is 9, which is wonderful. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been wonderful to have you all here. Thank you for posting. Love that, love that, love that. Belinda, you're not on my list, but I will put you on my list because you asked. So that's great, isn't it? That's how easy it is. Now, I do have an ever-growing list, so I may not make it to all of you. I'm a little greedy. I just put as many people down as I can, and then I just try to get to everyone. Belinda, you're not on my list, but you are now, so hang around. And if I can't get to everyone, sometimes I'll give you a free 30-minute reading anyway, just to help you out if I feel like you really need that. So Rebecca, I'm just going to come to your Pop over here. So, and I'm going to do a card for your child who is 9. Rebecca, I have a strong connection. This is Pop coming in now. I'm getting a strong pull towards the water. I feel like ocean. I do feel like ocean with Pop. So I feel like pull towards the coast. Yeah, coast. So hopefully that makes sense for you. They will pull me in a particular direction. Sometimes they'll just show me physical and things like that. But definitely feeling a pull towards the coast here. A real love of the coast, watching the waves crash up on the rocks and things like that. That's where I feel that I am at the moment. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Let's just see if Pop has any particular messages around yourself at the moment as well. And I know your child is watching too. Pop's saying, watch your step. Now, I'm not going to jump in and try and interpret that too much, but I have had people, relatives, past over loved ones, say things like that to me before. And it's been around, they've actually fallen and really hurt themselves. So just watch your step. So be a little cautious, where you're putting your feet. Sometimes it's around the shoes we're wearing as well. One lady actually tripped over a rug, which was quite embarrassing. She was terribly embarrassed, and her loved one brought that up in a reading. Healthcare change is the card that popped out and landed on the table face up. So just checking on that for you. What are you putting in your body? How does it make you feel? And I also feel like I've just got a reference to your headspace at the moment. I'm feeling very much up here for you. So what I want to say is maybe the omegas, if you're not taking like fish oil and things like that, fish oil is really good for you up here. So that's great for brain health and things like that. We take fish oil every day, my husband and I. It is very, very good. So that might be something to look at. So Rebecca, I'm just going to draw a card. These are round cards as well, so they're a little bit hard to shuffle. But if you do have kids watching, then let me know. And I do have these little kitty cards, and they're really, really cute. And I can do them pretty quick. So let me know if you have kids watching, and I can do that. Hi, Elsie. I hope you heard your card. Jody, hello. Hello, everyone who's watching on my page. Alicia, love that. Oh, love. Oh, I've got a lot of people on my list at the moment, but hopefully I'll be able to get through everyone. So Rebecca Dale, just coming into your 9-year-old, and then we're going to move on to Joy, Justine with a D, Robert, K, and your child as well. And we'll go from there, Rebecca. So let me just draw some cards for your little one there. These are so much fun. And you can take a photo of the screen if you want to be able to photograph them, and then you can have a look at these later. More than happy for you to do that. They are Dr. Maxine Therese if you're interested in the cards themselves, and they are just the cutest little things ever. So Rebecca, this is number 1. Now, if you looked on my page today, Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker, that's one of the cards that I actually drew for my weekly card reading. That was one of the ones that came up. So I am safe. I'm worthy of having my needs met. So that is past leading into now. And that's just a reminder that, whatever's going on, it doesn't matter if there's things that are changing, things change from time to time, but we're always okay. We're always good. we're always safe, and I'm worthy of having my needs met. So that's about sometimes how we feel, yeah, about ourselves. Now that is root chakra, so that's the very, very bottom of the chakras. So you got your 7 major chakras, the root's the bottom one. This is also root chakra as well. So I'm healthy. And I trust my body's wisdom. So that's a little bit around for mummy, Rebecca, as well as your child, because we did talk about that healthcare change, how we're feeling about ourselves. So that could be a whole family affair. So making sure that all of us are eating well, listening to our bodies, because they do give us signs along the way. Now, I am an angel. I have insight and understanding. Now, this says that your little 9-year-old is pretty smart, and this could also be an earth angel. So if your little 9-year-old, when they were a little bubba, if you remember looking in their eyes and you think, holy cow, there's something going on with this child, they're pretty smart and pretty clued on and they say profound things, you could be having dealing with a little earth angel there, which is cool. So as I said, more than happy for you to photograph these, but they're very, very cute indeed. So you could have a gifted child there on your hands, a little earth angel potentially. So Joy Disney is after a general reading. Thank you, Rebecca. That was super fun. And thank you for your little one for watching tonight as well. Joy Disney, just going to whiz through some of these now. So Joy, just going to do a general for yourself. I'm sure my cat's going to come tearing into the room in a moment because she's like, why is she saying my name? My little cat Joy as well. So Joy, just going to have, oh yeah. All right, so this is a good one. I'm just going to do one card for Joy. This is cancel, clear, delete. That is Archangel Michael. And that is a need or requirement for yourself to cut ties to anything which no longer serves your greatest good and highest purpose. So that can be shutting the door on friendships, saying no to other people's demands on your time and energy, but in particular, just cutting your cords. You know, you're a bit of an empath. You tend to soak up other people's energies, a bit of a sponge. So just watch that and make sure you're cutting those cords. You're giving out a lot of your energy, and when we have cords attached, that's what happens. And then we feel tired, and other people feel fantastic. So just watch that, Joy. It's very nice. It's a very nice thing to do, to listen to other people and try and help out. But you also do need to protect your own energy, and that's what we use Michael for. Justine is also after some generals. I'm going to come to general guidance, goddess guidance over here. No one's asked about career. I haven't seen too many questions about career. If you do have anything else around career, health, that sort of thing. Oh, yay, Melanie, yay. Card for my daughter, she's 8. Melanie, if I can't, I will definitely try and get to you because it's really easy. Card 8-year-old. That's great. And I will definitely do my best to skip down the list. If I can't get to everyone, I'll try and skip to Melanie and just do that card for your 8-year-old. That's fun. Justine, just going to do a card for Justine as well. So just let me see what I want to draw out of my deck. Hello to everyone who's watching at the moment. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, the link is in the post for this video. I'm more than happy to connect with you one-on-one. I do readings, healings, a bit of mediumship, pranic energy healing, Reiki, all of the above. And I do a beautiful reading healing combo where we start with the reading and then we follow up with a beautiful healing. My healing is pranic energy healing, also Reiki, but pranic energy healing is quite medically based. So if there's specific physical things you're going through, please let me know and we can work on all of the above. Justine's after some general. Now, Justine, what this indicates for me is we're going through some legality or it's a dispute, just like an argument or something like that. So that's the Lady of Justice. So it can be just a dispute, you know, just a sort of friendly family, you know, oriented thing or around work, or it can also mean an actual legal case. That's past leading into now. In the present, it is patience. So having patience with oneself and just going with the flow, you know, just letting go, allowing it to happen, not trying to control anything in the present. Moving forward, it is inner goddess, Aphrodite. So connecting to the inner goddess, we all have her, and doing some work around that, getting to know her, and that is moving into the future. So connecting to her, connecting to energy, and acting from your highest self, essentially. You can do that through meditation also. Bottom of the deck, just to show you that, as well as quiet time. So having some time to yourself is important now. Resting when you feel like you need to rest. Noticing it is a new moon, so new energy coming in as well. So just be really patient with yourself. Justine, hopefully that makes sense for you. Now, Robert's asking about love life. So let me just come over here to my relationship cards. My relationship cards, where are they? Here they are. I like to use these for relationships. So Robert White, hopefully you're still here. And if you do want to give me feedback, give me feedback. Love to hear from all of you, everyone who's watching. Love, love, love. Yes, so going to do some love for Robert White, a bit around love life. So Robert White, let me just come into your energy. Then I'm moving on to Kay, who's got a little 9-year-old with her. We're going to do a card for your child. So Robert White, let's just do love life here for Robert. What are we feeling? What are we feeling? Nothing over there. Robert. Oh gosh, let's just open my eyes. I'm just throwing cards around the room at the moment. Let's just open my eyes and then we'll draw some cards for you. Robert, asking around love life. Robert, I do feel quite ready, but I feel ready sort of from... Let me just draw, just grab some insight from here, just to make sure we are totally on track. Okay. All right, so, wow. Okay, so, yeah, good, wow. Okay, cool. Now, clairsentience is, you know, feeling other people's energy. It's a little bit different to clair empath. This can be like a physical feeling. So it could be touching on the arm, things like that. Touching your head. So that's a past into present card. That means someone's trying to communicate with you. So that's not entirely in relation to relationships or love life, but that is number one. In the present, we're doing a bit of that, so a bit of a detox. So whatever's not healthy for us, we're getting rid of out of our diet. So that can be drinking, smoking, you know, all of the above, or just eating unhealthy foods. So that's in the present, and that is bringing you closer to that wonderful relationship and healthy love life as well. So it does start at the physical level, and then moving forward, my friend, is families. So nothing to worry about. So moving forward, families, we're happy. We've got that mediumship connection in the middle there. We've got our person in spirit in the middle. So families moving forward, it's all happy families. So a bit of a detox in the present, mate. And if you can pay attention to the clairsentience, the feelings, it definitely feels like someone's around trying to get your attention. Kay Campbell Small, just going to do a reading for your little one there, little 9-year-old. So these are my kid cards again, if you didn't see them earlier. Children's Wellbeing cards, they're so pretty. Dr. Maxine Therese. So, oh, hi, Kathy. Hello. I'll try my best to get to you, Kathy. Kathy's watching on my page, Michelle R. Price, the light worker. Whoa, all these cards are flying out. Okay, hang on. They're all landing face down all over the place. All right, so let's draw these cards properly. This is 4K's 9-year-old. Now, if you do have any particular children around, let me know. I probably won't fit too many more in tonight, but I would love to read for your kids. And these are really beautiful, very simple. Take a photo of the screen if you want to remember the cards that I've drawn. Kay Campbell Small's child, yes. And yes, that would be great. I'll also stay online and answer any questions you might have after the show. And I am there to take your bookings. I can book you in manually, or you can click book now by hitting the link on this post. And you can go to my page and check my availability and all of that. Now we have another little angel, okay? So you saw the angel card pop out before, and that is a sign of quite a gifted child. So that means I have insight and understanding, and I bring that in with me as a little bubba when we come into this earth with our special guardian angel. So you've got another gifted child here, and that's the same as the one that I got for the lady just before. Now, I am balanced is in the present. So I live in harmony and joy with others. And that means that I get along well with other people. And I also listen to other people. That can mean as well. So listening to others, and that's sometimes compassion, which is a really big word, but I am balanced. So harmony and joy, that means that I get along, yeah, well with others, and that's in the present. Number 3, oh yeah, hooray, I'm a superhero. If I can dream it, I can do it. That's a little bit about manifestation, which is another really big word, but that's when we want something really, really badly. So it might be a scooter, like in the picture, or a Superman outfit also in the picture. So if you really want those things, you can do it, you can bring it in. And it means if you can dream it, so if you have a little dream about it, or you can see it, yeah, you might have a really good imagination. You can see that scooter that you really want for Christmas, hint, hint, mum, and then you can actually bring it in. So that's an understanding there that you can create things that way, which is pretty grown up. That's pretty grown up. I'm very impressed. So, okay, hopefully that makes sense for your little one. Now, Kitty wanted some guidance around some depression, so I'm just going to come over to Kitty now. So we'll use maybe the crystals for Kitty. I'm just going to come over here. So if you are still watching, thank you for staying tuned. I do have quite a few people on my list. I'll do as many as I can in the next couple of minutes. And then I do have another child that was watching, a little 8-year-old with Melanie. So we'll just sort of see who we can get to in the next few minutes. So thank you. And if you want to, a 9-month-old, wow. Yeah, and next week, let me know if you've got kids watching as soon as possible, and then we can get those little kid cards rolling because they're fun, hey? Very cute pictures too. Kitty Toes, just going to come to you for the depression aspect. So Kitty, that one's just popped out for you. That's agate. That was the only one that was face up out of all of those ones that flew across the table. Healthy body. So just coming back to how you feel physically, and just notice how different types of foods, sometimes when we get into a bit of a rut or, different habits, we can eat unhealthily. So just noticing how you're feeling in your body. I'm just going to connect to you and just see what else I need to say about that. This is for Kitty. Yeah, Kitty, I don't feel like I'm getting a whole heap of energy out of what I'm eating. I would suggest a bit more plant-based if possible, just higher vibration. When we're feeling depressed, it's obviously the lower, vibration can also affect us in our solar plexus. So I feel like, high vibrational food, more plant-based, it is a little bit more effort sometimes, or some thought has to go into that. But I feel like that'd be really good, watching preservatives, additives, all that sort of stuff. Nothing too heavy at the moment as well. I feel like I want easy food to digest so I have more energy to direct into other areas of my well-being. So hopefully that makes sense around the food. That's where I'm coming with you. Tina, you're at a crossroads. Tina Fatini, Christo, at a bit of a crossroads now. Let me just see. I'll come over here for Tina. Fatini Christo. So if you do want to book a one-on-one, there's a link in the post. Please connect with me. I will be online answering questions and things like that as well. You can check my availability if you would like to do that. Hello, Catherine. Oh, hooray, Kay. That's great. Great feedback. Hooray, hooray. Perfect. Hello, Michael. Oh, Naomi. Gosh, I will private message you, Naomi. I'll private message you. I just saw your message. I have read it and seen it. Now, Tina at a crossroads. Leap of faith, lovely. Naomi, private message me. Lovely, I have seen your message. Leap of faith. This is for Tina Fatini Christo at a crossroads, leap of faith. So that is taking a risk, yeah? So you may feel at a crossroads, but I do feel like there's options. We just have to take a risk. Now, if you're not sure what the options are, it's what comes down to your heart's true desire. So let me see if I can get a brief glimpse into that. But it's basically the thing that you really, really want to do, and you find it quite easy. That's generally how I got into what I'm doing. I was made redundant. Here we are 6 months later. So it's the things that, come easily to us is what I want to say. So let's see if we can get some insight into that for you. And then I'm going to look at Wendy Ahama and her health. Tina, very, very quickly, what I'm seeing, similar to this, jewelry, things like that. So either making or purchasing and maybe selling it. I feel like that'd be a really good little passion, like a real creative sort of outlet. And particularly not this sort of jewelry in particular, but like the ones with, the ones for kids, that they can chew on and things like that. It feels like costume jewelry, but maybe something around the children, yeah, that they can sort of chew on and work with. Yeah, so something like that. Does that make sense? Hopefully that resonates with you. Wendy Harmer, just going to come to you for health, and then I'll have to sort of jump off soon. So if I feel drawn to you and I want to give you a 30-minute reading, I will message you. Private message you, so keep an eye on private messages. And yes, so I won't be able to get to everyone tonight. But Wendy, I'm doing you now, lovely. So I'm just liking, yes. Wendy, I'm doing you now. So I'm just going to come into your health and just see what's going on there really quickly. Wendy, I feel like I'm going around and around in circles with you. Round and around in circles. This could be around people telling you this and telling you that, and I'm just going around and around in circles. It does feel quite frustrating. It also feels like I'm not like getting the exact answers that I want. Round and around in circles can also indicate up here as well, so getting on a bit of a circuit. So I feel like maybe taking a step back wherever I can from what's immediately happening here and trying to get a different perspective. But I definitely feel like I'm going around and around in circles with you, which is very frustrating. Courage has just popped out. That's tiger's eye. That's quite a protective stone as well. So courage, that's the first one that's popped out. That's passed into now. So that shows that you have been quite courageous, you know, battling through. I'm feeling pressure in my head as well. It does feel a little painful up in my head space. But I do feel like I'm just getting the runaround a little bit. So, you know, kinesiology comes up, Wendy, as something that's helpful. Let me know if you have or hadn't had that done. Kinesiology is where they do muscle testing. They basically ask your body, you know, what's going on as well. So that may be something worth looking at. That definitely comes up. I feel like your aura is out energetically. Energetic field is out. So it would be, you can go and get aura photos taken. But I feel like even, you know, iridology, like any of those things. Kinesiology is really great though, because they do ask your body. Now, what the card that just came out, a couple of really interesting ones, is balance. So that one, that's balancing masculine and feminine. They're the Boji stones used by shamans. So shamanic, anything shamanic might be okay, but it's talking about balancing masculine and feminine. So when we get out of whack, our body gets out of whack along with that. And the shadow. So that is black obsidian. That's a protection stone. It absorbs negative energy. So moving forward, that's becoming more comfortable with your shadow side, shadow self. So when we try to cut off that shadow self, we don't want people to see it or notice it. It can make us sick as well. So moving forward, we're becoming comfortable with the shadow self. Black obsidian absorbs those negative energies. So fear-based energies, things like that. So hopefully that makes sense, Wendy. And if you do want to book one-on-ones, there's a link in the post for this video. I'm going to stay online and answer any questions you may have. I can also take bookings manually. And then if I feel drawn to anyone, I'll send you a private message and do a 30-minute conversation with you for free, because I like to do that as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will message Jodie Denning Thompson if you haven't done that already, and I'll talk to you next week same time, unless I see you before then. Have a great night. Bye.